What's going on, guys? Welcome back to today's video. We're going to talk about the biggest mistake that everyone's committing while they're preparing for the SAT or ACT. If it's your first time here, my name is John and I've been helping students get to a perfect score on the SAT for the past 9 years. I know, it's almost been 10 years and I've been doing this for way too long. I should probably stop, but I like doing this, and in my free time I like to make YouTube videos, so here I am. See, I usually don't guarantee anything in terms of SAT and ACT, but if you are doing it this way, if you're doing it the wrong way, if you're doing it this bad way, I can personally guarantee you, I'll stand behind it, your score will never go up to 800. I can personally guarantee you that. And what is this big mistake? That is, people are taking exam after exam after exam after exam. They're just going through like exams like it's a bag of cookies and they're just stuffing in their mouth. It's not supposed to be like that. That's not how you're supposed to take these practice exams. There is only one purpose, one important purpose behind these practice exams, and that is to identify where your weaknesses are, okay? Let me explain. Let's say you took the math section, right? And you probably got maybe got half right and a half wrong, right? See, once that you're right, that means you're already good at it. Once that you're bad at it, you probably got them wrong, right? What practice test does is it separates the stuff that you're good at and you're bad at, which allows you to see what you need to work on next, right? But people are not spending enough time here. What they're doing is they see this, they see that, and they're like, oh, I'm not good at everything. You know what? Let me move on to the next practice exam. I mean, that's probably going to solve all my problems. But that's not going to solve all your problems, because what you're essentially doing is you solve the practice exam, you got this result, and you're solving the next exam with the exact same strategy and exact same knowledge. And you know what's going to happen? You're going to get the exact same result. If you got like 600 on practice test 1 and try it again, you're probably going to get maybe 610 or 590, maybe a little bit of fluctuation there, but you are still going to be around that 600 score range. You're not going to get to 700 plus or 800 by doing like just taking exam after exam after exam with the same exact strategy and same exact knowledge. So what are we supposed to do after like taking the first practice test? What you need to do is you need to make a list of things that you're good at and make a list of things that you're bad at. And before you move on to the next practice test, you need to work on these things. You need to work on these bad boys so that you won't get them wrong again next time. We're going to analyze our problems in 2 steps. First one is going to be why, and second step is going to be how. Here's what why looks like. See, ask yourself, why did I get this question wrong? Why didn't I get this question right? Ask yourself why. And it's probably going to come down to 2 of these things. It's either you were lacking the knowledge, which is a concept issue, or you just made a stupid mistake, which is a mistake issue. Okay? It's either going to be a concept issue or a mistake issue. Concept issue meaning you were lacking the knowledge. You didn't know how to solve this question. Like even if you were given 2 hours to solve that specific one question, you wouldn't have gotten right because you don't know what to do. You just don't have the knowledge required to solve this question. Second reason is that it was a silly mistake. You knew exactly what to do. You had all the tools. You had all the knowledge. It's just that you just made a silly mistake. You're supposed to add, but you just subtracted. It actually happens, guys. As stupid as it sounds, it actually happens. You're supposed to add and you ended up subtracting. Or you're supposed to multiply and you ended up dividing. Like whatever. Something happens. Okay? That's going to be the first step. Was it a concept issue or was it the mistake issue? Okay? Then second, you have to identify how. Okay? How means, how am I going to prevent this from happening again? What's my solution? Okay? Your how is going to come up like this. If it's a concept issue, you have to go back to your book, whatever you're studying with. I would personally recommend College Panda, which is linked down below. Go back to the book and ask yourself, do I know everything in this chapter? Okay? If not, you got it wrong because something was not completely in your head yet, okay? Try to learn everything in the question, learn everything in the book again, and then try this question again, and make sure you can solve it. Once you can solve it, then you're ready to go on to the next exam. Maybe the problem was it was a mistake, okay? Let's say you were supposed to add but you subtracted. Why did we make this mistake? Maybe your handwriting sucked. So how are you going to solve it? How you're going to solve it is you're going to write more carefully next time, or you're going to go slower next time. You're going to read it slowly next time. That's going to be your how, okay? You're not going to solve it the same way, because if you solve it the same way, you're going to get the same result. So you need to come up with some kind of new strategy you're going to implement for your next exam. Guys, raising the SAT score is really simple if you think about it, right? You tried it this way and you got this result. And You identify what's bad, you come up with a new strategy, and then you try it again. Chances are your score's going to slowly go up. And after you take the practice exam again, what's going to happen is you're going to find more issues and more problems. And you start fixing them again and come up with another strategy and try that. And then it's just rinse and repeat. Strategy, practice exam, change. Strategy, practice exam, change. It's a repeating cycle. And once you do that many times, you will eventually get to the score that you're aiming for. Also, another reason why you shouldn't just take practice exam after exam is you have limited number of practice exams. Yeah, there are these Princeton Review, Kaplan, Barron's, McGraw-Hill's, like a whole bunch of practice companies out there. But I can tell you personally, I've taken all of them. They suck. They're not accurate. They have questions that are not even on the SAT, and their questions are sometimes too easy or sometimes too hard. So it's a bad practice exam. And the only ones that I really personally do trust is the ones released from College Board. And there's only 10 of them out there right now. As of today, there's only 10. Maybe they will release more in the future. But as of now, there's only 10. And you only have 10 shots. And you want to save them until you're ready. So guys, for every single 10 exam out there, I really want you to get the most out of it, okay? Don't take the practice exam after exam after exam. Take the exam. Identify what your problems are, come up with a new strategy, and once you think you have perfected that, implement it to the next exam. And you'll probably find more holes. You'll probably find more problems. Do the same thing. Look at your problems. What's my problem? What am I doing wrong? And how can I prevent this from happening again? Come with a new strategy. Try it again. And eventually, before the 10 exams are over, you're eventually going to get to the score that you're going for. To summarize today's video, first, don't take exam after exam after exam. Why? Because if you're doing the same thing with the same strategy, you're going to get the same result. Your scores will never change. So what do you have to do? Come up with your whys and come up with your hows and implement your new strategy. Make your new strategy and implement it to your next exam, okay? Don't solve all 10 exams with one single strategy. You're going to get the same result. Don't be surprised. Get one exam, find out what your problem is, come up with a new strategy, and then go into the next exam, and then rinse and repeat. That's going to be it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions or if you have any comments, please leave them down below. I will look at every single one of them personally and try to answer as many as I can. That's it for today. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye-bye.